Hello class, this is Dr. Krills and welcome to Dr. Krills online class. Sorry for my voice, I still have cough and colds, but I am here making this recording for you guys. By the way, this is an activity presentation. Why? Because later after the discussion, we'll be having a self-awareness activity. Actually, this is my first time to do a self-awareness activity presentation online. I am doing this to my students face-to-face. Class, there is no such statement saying, I know myself. Yes, you know yourself, but there are still things that you don't know because only 50% of our personality that we absolutely aware. There is still 50% that we need to discover. So let us not make any further. Let us start. Self-awareness is the process by which the nurse gains recognition of his or her own feelings, belief, and attitudes. Okay, so in nursing, being aware of one's feelings, thoughts, and values is a primary focus. Okay, everybody, not only nurses and nursing students, has distinct values, opinions, and views from other people. A nurse's ideals and views may occasionally clash with a client or with the client's action. So it is imperative for nurses to embrace individual differences and see every client as a valuable individual. Okay, irrespective of their belief and their way of life. Okay? The nurse needs to discover himself or herself and what he or she believes before trying to help others with different views. We have points to consider when working on self-awareness. Okay, so 1, keep a diary or journal that focuses on experiences and related feelings. Okay, so you need to work on identifying feelings and the circumstances from which they arise. So you may review the diary or journal periodically to look for patterns of changes. Okay, next, talk with someone you trust about your experiences and feelings. So this might be a family member, a close friend, or a friend, a co-worker, or your professor. Okay, so discuss how he or she might feel in a similar situation, or ask how or she deals with uncomfortable situations or feelings. Okay, next, engage in formal clinical supervision. Experienced clinicians have supervisors for whom they discuss personal feelings and challenging client situations to gain insights and new approaches. Okay? Next, seek alternative points of view. So you can put yourself in the client's situation and think about his or her feelings, thoughts, and actions. Okay? 10. Do not be critical of yourself or others for having certain values or beliefs. So you can accept them as a part of yourself or work to challenge those values and beliefs you wish to be different. Okay, so those are the points to consider when working on self-awareness. We have so-called Johari Window Model. Okay, so the Johari window is designed to help people better understand the relationship with themselves and others. Okay, and this was developed by psychologists named Joseph Loft and Harry Ingham in 1955. So the word Johari comes from J-O in Joseph and Har in Harry and the I in the Ingham. So this window is a communication model that can be used to improve understanding between individuals. Okay, this is a tool that facilitates personal growth and development and helps to increase self-awareness and of course improve communication and relationship with others. Okay, so here individuals can build trust between themselves by disclosing information about themselves, and they can learn about themselves and come to terms with personal issues with the help of feedback from others. So how does this work? So using the Johari model, each person is represented by their own four quadrant. Each of these contains and represents personal information, feelings, motivations, okay, about the person, and shows whether the information is known or not known by themselves or other people. So here's the first quadrant. Quadrant 1, open area. What is known by the person about himself or herself and is also known by others, or we can call it public self. Okay? So example, you or everybody that surrounds you knows that you are, like, for example, you are modest, you are friendly. Okay? For the second quadrant here, Quadrant 2, blind area or blind spot. So what is unknown by the person about him or herself, but which others know. Okay, so this quadrant is the unknown self. Okay, this can be simple information or can involve deep issues like feelings of inadequacy, what else, incompetence, unworthiness, which are difficult for individuals to face directly and yet can be seen by others. Okay, that's why this is unknown self. Okay, quadrant 3, avoided area. So what the person knows about him or herself that others do not. Okay, so this quadrant is our hidden self. Okay, example, others doesn't know that you are nervous, tense, because what they see is you are confident, but deep inside you are really that nervous. Okay, and maybe your friend doesn't know that you are knowledgeable because you keep on reading all the time, because you are just silent in the class. Okay, so that is for the quadrant 3. Let's have the last quadrant, the unknown area. Okay, unknown area. What is unknown by the person about him or herself and is also unknown by others. This is the most challenging part of self-awareness. This is your unconscious self. Okay, there are personal traits that we do not know consciously. So, unconsciously, we are doing those things. Then you will ask yourself, is this me? What did I do? Okay, so that is for the unknown area or the unconscious self. Okay. So we are done with the discussion of the Johari Window Model. So we will have our activity. We have two activities here. First is self-awareness. So try to do this with yourself. Try to discover and to know yourself better. For sure, sometimes you will think, why I become like this? The way I think is different from before. Okay, so here are some questions to answer. Answer each question in 30 seconds. But if the time is not enough, you may pause first, then think. Okay, let's start. You finished the activity 1. Congratulations for knowing yourself more. So this time you will use the Johari Window Model, and because this will take time, I will just guide you how to do this. In here, you need to get a paper, then divide it into 4 quadrants. Okay, so for the quadrant 1, this is what we call the open area. So you make a list for your answers, same with your friend, on that same paper. Okay, for the first quadrant. And for the second one, Q2, this is the blind area. You can ask this question to your friend: who I am to you, what are my characteristics that I need to know? Okay, this is to discover the blind area of yourself. Okay, you can ask your friend to list what are the things that possibly she knows about you that you do not know. Okay, so for the quadrant 3, the hidden area of yourself. So in here, you can share to your friend something about you. Okay, you should prepare yourself. You should be ready to share something about yourself to your friend. Okay, quadrant 4, this is the unknown self. This is your time to discover your unconscious self. Okay, if you have any question, you can just write your comment in the comment section, then I will answer. Okay, so this ends my presentation. Thank you for being with me until the end. Hopefully you know yourself better now, and if you find this video well and informative, please do click the subscribe button together with the notification bell, so you will be able to be notified once I have new videos. Okay, see you in my next one. Bye bye.